My name is Evan, and Duchess Property Solution was started in 2024. So I am a renovation consulting company dedicated to ensuring that people are 100% about their renovation, from the designs to the budgets to the actual completion of the job. So, perfect. So just a little bit about myself. This is my nice little family. This is my dog Cowboy and my partner Brittany. Yeah, so a little bit of history before I move on to the company. A little bit of history about myself. I started as an electrician when I was 18 years old. Prior to that, I grew up in a family that loved to do renovations, flipping homes. So I kind of grew up in this industry. So I've been kind of shaped towards having this as my business. Moving to Australia, I started an interior design course as well. So I've been able to incorporate design into all of my education and background to help move forward with the business. So a lot of, hold on, sorry. So I started this business as well because I started seeing a lot of unfortunate renovations and just unhappy clients over budget. This was actually one of the renovations that I saw, and that was brand new. So I wanted to change that. I want to create perfect renovations for clients. So I started a 5-step program within my consultations to ensure we go over all of the topics that are needed for renovation. So I used Campbell for this one because, okay, so the first renovation type, so there's 3 types of renovations I've defined. The first renovation is to live in. So you're going to have a large personal touch to this renovation. You want to incorporate your own personal designs and move forward with that as your lifestyle. Second renovation type is renovate to rent your home. So you want to have a renovation that's a little bit more durable, something that's going to have a lot of foot traffic through, new renters, and something that's going to appeal to people so you can increase the price of your rent. And then the third one is renovate to sell. So this is where return on investment matters. We aim for updates that will make your property stand out and increase and add the most value to your property. So this is where, so step 2 is going through the design concepts and walkthrough. So we talk about design. This part is hands-on. I bring in my construction knowledge and design background into the mix. So we sit down and explore your ideas, what inspires you, what you need functionally, and what your home has to offer. Once that's complete, I do a full walkthrough of the property. I take photos of every room, every surface, and everything that you would like to have renovated, along with the entire property. So my consultation includes the entire property, whether you just want to do a small renovation to a bathroom, let's say, or if you want to renovate your whole house. The next step is your budget allocation. So this is where I take in the whole budget that you want to put into your renovation, and I allocate the costs depending on what your design wants to be. So let's say you're renovating to rent your house. So this is where I take the budget and I would move it into something like a durable paint, and we'll spend more money on the paint than we would on the cabinetry, because the walls at the end of the day would take in a lot more abuse than anything else. So something that's going to be durable, just as an example. And then, so I go through the whole project. I go through all of the design concepts, and then I go into my design drafting. So this is actually a design I did for a kitchen. This was just a quick one. The kitchen was in rough shape, so they wanted to go with black cabinetry. They didn't want any upper cabinets. They wanted floating shelving. That was a huge cost saver. That was about a $4,000 cost saver right there. And having an open concept kitchen in this idea is becoming a new thing that a lot of people want. And then, so once we go over all the everything, I build all the design drafts that are based on what the client wants to put into their house, what kind of designs they want, and I incorporate their budget in with the design draft to kind of give them a realistic outline of what their project is going to turn out. And then for my final step, step 5, is the quote and execution. So I give my clients 2 options. They can receive a quote from me, and I will work as their project manager. I will get local contractors to come in and do all of the work. I will line it up, and I will ensure their project is executed exactly how they want and 100% satisfaction. Or I can line them up with trusted builders who I have previously worked with and allow them to move forward with the builder, and that is where I would step back from the project. So, in closing, that is why I've created the Duchess 5-step program. Whether you are renovating to live in your dream space, generate rental income, or flip a property for sale, I make sure your renovation is structured, smart, and stress-free. When you refer someone to me, you're giving them access to a clear plan, a trusted advisor, and a smoother renovation experience from start to finish. Thank you so much for listening.